and me, we can be together, girl. You and me together. It's you and me forever.
Shivani, freestyle, Jermaine Jones.
It's all around the world. It will be you and me. So you and me, we can be together, girl. It's all around the world. You and me together. It's you and me forever. All around the world.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. I am Jermaine Jones. I'm broadcasting live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know, I love to know where everybody is tuning in from. So drop where you're calling from in the comments below. I would definitely love to give you a shout out and acknowledge where you are calling from. So today's show, I'm really excited about it. I have a very, very special guest, someone who is very special to me. Her name is Katrice Cornett. She is my mother, my manager, my all of that. She's all of that. But I do want to thank our sponsors who have been holding us down so far since we got started, which is Kendra Jones with K Vision, Lady Ray by Lady Ray's Cuisine, Katrice Cornett, which is one of our special guests tonight, which she has several businesses what we'll talk about. But we also have Chef Tia, Robert Schwartz from Humag, and then HP Visual Connections and Katrice Cornett and all of that. We'll talk about that later. But hi, Auntie Vet, how are you? Come watching from Connecticut. So I'm going to get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is this book that I read, which is, I mean, the book is amazing. It's The Meaning of Mariah Carey. And the book, when I listen. All right, so as I was reading, I took some notes. And mind you, I'm not a book kind of guy, but I did read this book. If you can't get to the store to get it or download it, get it for somebody for Christmas. If somebody asked you for a gift that you want, tell them this book. But The Meaning of Mariah Carey, just a little bit about her. Everybody knows who she is. But, you know, she has 200 million albums sold. She's the only female artist to have a #1 hit in each of the last 4 decades, mind you. In the book, she also talks about her marriage to Tommy Mottola and Nick Cannon. She also speaks about family hurt, dysfunction, pain, and disappointment as well. Growing up biracial and things of that nature. She felt as though that she never fit in on either side. She wasn't black enough for the black people or white enough for the white people. So, you know, always being in between there. She speaks about that, which is, you know, very good and important. The loneliness and sadness that she felt, even with all the fame and the money and the fortune and everything that she had, how alone and sad and empty she still felt inside, which was, that was a great chapter in the book. And then she began to talk about when she got into her family relationship, which I didn't understand because I always thought that there was something deeper to Mariah Carey. There was a reason why she was in the hospitals. There was a reason why she was allegedly addicted to prescription drugs and alcohol. Mind you, this is alleged. But there was a reason for these things. And now we find out in The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Her brother was violent. And her sister, at the age of 12, gave her volumes. She talks about this in the book. Tried to give her a pinky nail of cocaine. Okay, and this is her sister right there. That's her brother in the middle. But her sister tried to give her a pinky nail of cocaine, mind you, at the age of 12, tried to pimp her out and gave her 3rd-degree burns on her skin, excuse me. And this is at the age of 12. You want to talk about trauma? And so then her siblings begin to bash her because her sister has HIV and she needs some type of treatments, and Mariah Carey didn't pay for the treatments. Now, would I have paid for the treatments? I mean, I probably wouldn't have had it after the burns and the cocaine, because I could forgive you and I could love you from a distance and not want to have anything to be bothered with you. So with the toxicity of the relationship, I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with them either. But moving forward, she begins to talk about in the book, she talks about the beauty and the beast that lives in one person. And then this is when she's talking about her relationship with her mother and the neglect that she felt. Her mother was an opera singer, actually a great opera singer, and taught her a lot about music and things of that nature. But even in all that her mom instilled in her with her music and everything, she really hurt her a lot. So she talks about her relationship with her mother. And don't get me wrong, she learned a lot from her mother. But even in before her mother passed, in the later parts of their relationship, she didn't even address her as mom. She called her Katrice, which is her real name. She didn't call her, she called her Pat. She didn't even call her mom anymore. So that was their relationship before her mother passed. She talks about how when her family tried to commit her into the hospital just to get her money, how even no matter how much she gave them, how much she took care of them, they were still willing to sell stories to tabloids and things of that nature, which is a very hurtful thing, especially when you're already taking care of them or willing to take care of them. That's definitely a hurtful thing. So the book is definitely a good read. Hey, Mom, how are you? The book is definitely a good read. It definitely will give you some insight on Mariah Carey. A lot of her songs stem from relationships. The one with the baseball player, she said he was the meaning of a lot of her songs. What was it, J-Rod, A-Rod, something of that nature. So a lot of the hurt and things that she went through, she was able to express that through music, which was a great thing. So I really love the book. If you do read, read the book. If you don't read, try to read the book. Get it on audio, on Apple Book. Get it on audio. So the next thing I want to talk about, I just want to put this out there. I mean, because I do have an opinion about it, but I'm just going to put this out there, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the comments, and then if I need to do a follow-up video, I'll go live and we'll do that. But T-Pain, everybody knows who T-Pain is. There he goes right there. T-Pain made a statement. Now, I'm going to pause for a minute because I want to know if you agree or disagree. T-Pain made a statement slamming the late singer Aaliyah. Everybody knows who Aaliyah is, Rock the Boat. Saying that the singer's career is overhyped because she passed. So what he is saying is that if she was still alive, she wouldn't be as famous or as big as she is now. But in her defense, a lot of famous people they make more money, their estate makes more money, they get more fame in their death. I don't know why people don't give them their flowers where they can smell them, but that happens to most of the estates. They make way more money dead than they do alive. But again, do you agree or disagree? T-Pain made a statement that the late singer Aaliyah, her career is so hyped and it's so big and because she passed. So if she was still alive, she wouldn't be this big. Now, my opinion is that Aaliyah, she's a very, very beautiful girl. She was an all right entertainer. Vocally, I mean, I don't know many people that she can battle against. Now, this is just my opinion, mind you. This is my opinion. Acting-wise, I mean, she was in a couple movies. It was nothing that really moved me. And I like her, but if she was still around, I'm not sure she would be as big as she is right now. That's just my opinion. I agree with T-Pain. You can let me know what you think, and we'll address that. Now, the next book that I am going to read, if anybody wants to read this with me, I'll keep you updated. I'm not starting a book club because I'm not like big on books and reading and things of that nature. But the next book that I am looking to read is A Promised Land by President Barack Obama. Now, the reviews that I read on this book and the interviews that I've seen, my God, today. They say, I mean, I even watched the interview that he did with Oprah on Apple TV Plus, which is exclusive to Apple TV. So if you don't have it, you won't be able to watch it. Mind you, this is not a plug for Apple TV, but that's just where I've seen it. So he talks about the intimacy of the presidency, of his marriage and his relationship. Why is T-Pain talking about a dead person? Well, I mean, I don't know if he was necessarily slandering her. I think he was just stating a fact that if she was still alive, she wouldn't be as famous as she is now. So I don't think that he was necessarily being mean and slandering a dead person, but he was asked a question and that was his answer. And I'm not talking bad about her either, but I do agree with him. Yes, I do agree. But back to the Barack Obama book. This is the next book that I'm going to read. I'll post and let you guys know when I start it. So if you want to read along with me, we can read along together. But the book talks about, the struggles of the presidency. He was very transparent, even in his interview. When I say the interview had me in here, like, I was in awe. Like, he's very, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the valleys, the mountains. He just talks about everything, and he's just so open and so real. And he talks about his feelings and emotions on inauguration night. And, when one thing that was powerful to me in the interview, one of the interviews that he did, is that he did a press conference where he had to defend the fact that he was really born in Hawaii. Like, he was really a United States citizen. Like, he was born in the United States of America. Anybody who didn't know, that is part of the United States of America, because I seen someone post online that because he was born in Hawaii, he's not. Okay, so just so everybody knows, Hawaii is a part of the United States of America. But moving forward, he, the media and things said that he was being aggressive and angry in that press conference. And he explained in the interview that it wasn't about that. It was about that he has to sit here and defend the fact that he was born in the United States of America after they already had birth certificates posted online, and they did everything that they had to do to prove. And then there's wars that he has to fight. There's people dying. There's sickness going on. The economy is worse, going down to a depression again, and he has to talk about a birth certificate. So that was something good too. He explained that. But that's the next book that I'm going to read. So if you guys want to read along with me on that, please be my guest. Now, before I go to a little break and before I bring my mother on, and do not leave because I'm going to bring her on. The break will only be about 2 or 3 minutes. But before I do that, I want to talk about some breaking news. Now, anybody who doesn't know Daryl Walls, he is the oldest brother of the gospel group, the Walls Group. It's a gospel group. They're young. That's Daryl Walls there. He's the oldest brother of the group. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Daryl before I get into the breaking news. And then I'll show you a picture of the group. And you can look into them. So this Daryl here, which is the oldest of the group, I watched the interview with that he did. And the next thing I'm going to say is going to lead into why I'm saying what I'm going to say. There was a tape released of him kissing another male. Now, the other male is allegedly, because we don't know this to be true. This part is, now the fact is that he was kissing a male in the tape. That's a fact. But allegedly, the male is his partner, his boyfriend, whatever the case may be. I'm going to say this not to bash, but I have to give you the backstory. In July, there was a sex tape released of Mr. Walls and another male. And this was in July. And mind you, we're not judging at all. His parents are ministers of music. His mother is the one that got them, into the singing and things of that nature. His father is strict. And I'm not getting into all religion, or I'm not being too holy or anything of that. But the first point I want to make about this story is watch your friends. Because this was a video that one of his friends leaked on the social media. Now, since then, Daryl Walls has deleted his social media and everything like that, as he should have. If he has a publicist, they would have definitely told him to do so. But watch who your friends are. I have very few friends, and they all consist of my family for the most part. And those are people that I consider my friend. There are people that consider me their friend, and that's fine. But people that I consider my friend, I probably can count on one hand, and 5 of them are my family. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is that with all this going on, for anybody who does not know, I watched the interview with him, and he battled with suicide. and things of that nature. And his brother, which is in the group as well, battled with suicide and depression and things of that nature. And the family as a group, the children spoke out about that and things of that nature. So, I'm saying this to say that judge not unless ye shall be judged by the same measure. I don't think that there's anybody that's viewing this that's perfect and that did not make a mistake. Now, should he be held accountable? He should, but we're not the judge nor the jury. Okay. So there's no reason for us to be passing judgment upon this young man. How can we see the speck in his eye when there's a whole plank in our eye? So in moving forward, I just want people to be very cautious in how they post about him and what you say about him and things of that nature, because a lot of people that don't know, he already has battled with suicide thoughts and things of that nature before. So this situation could be something too, because the video came out in July, and then now this video is coming out, and he's obviously going through something and he's battling with something. So I just want to say, with this social media, we can be so mean, and I mean, you don't know this man. Again, you don't know what he's going through. You don't know what he's battling with, and there is none righteous, no, not one. But for the grace of God, there you go. So just be careful in how you judge people, how you handle people, and things of that nature. And at first, I was thinking, he's a gospel singer, and he's preaching the word of God, but he's not perfect. Because in the Bible, anybody who God used wasn't perfect. And I'm not preaching, but he used murderers and prostitutes and, alcoholics and things of that nature. He used those type of people, Jezebels and things like that. So I'm just saying, think first before you post anything, tag anything, share anything, or pass judgment on this young man, because it could have been, or it can be you, your child, grandchild, something of that nature. So let's just be thoughtful about that. So I'm going to go to a few minutes of commercial break, and then I will be coming back with my beautiful Katrice Cornett.
Oh yes, you shaped me first, inside then out. You formed me in my mother's womb. I thank you, high God. You are breathtaking. Body and soul, I am marvelously made. I worship in adoration. You ordained the oceans to move and the waves to rush the earth. You ordained the winds to obey and to cease at your very command. From the foundation, your word stood strong. It pierced right through space and time. And from the foundation, you saw my life, a life solely created for you. Such an awesome God, such an awesome King, lifter of nations, Lord of creation,
Oh, and we're back. And we're back. And we are back. So, I want to thank everybody. Hey, sister. I want to thank, and my sister's calling from New Jersey. Well, viewing from New Jersey, excuse me. I want to thank everyone for staying with us. I'm about to bring my mother on. Before I bring her on, I do want to thank the sponsors that sponsored this show. Kendra Jones, who you just seen at the bottom, which is my sister from K Vision. Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine. Katrice Cornett, who will be coming on, who will be talking about all of her businesses. Tia, Chef Tia, we would like to thank her. We would like to thank Rob from Humag Distribution. And I would like to thank everybody that's viewing. I would like to thank my friends, my family. Please start a watch party, like it, share it. It's about to get good. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring on my mother, who I call my beautiful. And hi, mommy.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Look at you. What you smiling so hard for?
As you know, I'm nervous.
All right. So because I knew you were nervous, what we're going to do is we are going to have, I got a little something for you. And then you can do this for me too. Songs for words. We're going to do a little game for songs for words on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. Oh, thank you, sister. So songs for words, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a word and you come up with a song for the word. And I was going to tell you about the game before this because I have some songs. I pick specific words because I want to hear you sing, and you don't have to do it high
Hey,
accent.
man.
And you don't have to do a whole lot of it. I'm talking about like 10 seconds, whatever. But so to start off, and then after you go, you can give me a few. And since you don't know about the game, you can think of a word, and then I'll have to think of a song just to make it a little fun. But this is really for you. So you ready?
I'm ready.
The first word is better.
You make me better, better than better. I am glad you make me better.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about this one? Mary.
Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you mourn.
Tell
Oh,
me.
Mary, don't you weep. Mary, don't you mourn.
Okay. And then this is what I wanted you to do because we'll also talk about this more in the interview. This is what I wanted you to sing. Mary, did you know?
I can sing it.
No, because I was going to say what was about to happen. That's why I wanted you to say. I should have told you.
Mary, did you know?
Right.
The baby boy would one day walk on water.
So the reason why I wanted you to sing that is we'll talk about why that song is important. Now, let me see if you catch this one. This word is forgiveness.
Perfect forgiveness from a perfect God.
Go out. That's it.
Everyone who bows down before him.
All right. See. All right. Okay. Okay. All
I'm with you now.
All right. You started getting a little bit.
I'm sorry.
All right. All right, Mom. All right. I should have told you those two questions before we got. There you go, sister. That's what she was supposed to sing, sister. You got it. So, the next one is bet you.
Bet you by golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever.
Mom, you okay.
You messing with me now.
Okay, okay.
That's
All
old school stuff right there.
Okay, all right, okay. I picked your words carefully. This one is love.
What's love got to do with it? That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Mom, I thought you were going to sing Sweet Love.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you? I never thought you would start singing Tina Turner.
Came in my mind.
Mom, I never thought Tina Turner will be the first thing.
Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it?
Okay. Amazing.
Amazing grace. No.
Mom, you know what I thought you were going to sing? So undoubtedly. You know what I'm talking about? Amazing.
Amazing. That one by is that Ricky Dillard?
I think so. That's what I thought you were going to sing. All right. And this is going to be your last one.
Okay.
Friends.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear.
That's my mommy.
What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer.
Oh, what peace we often forfeit. No, I'm not. Okay, you can give me a word.
No, I'm going to give you more than one. That's not fair.
All right, give me one or two. Well, I'll say we're going to commercial if I'm tired of Well, it's virtual. You can't beat me all the way from over here.
All right. Apologize.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I need you back in my life.
Okay, now I bet you a lot of people don't even know that when Jermaine got off of American Idol, he had already recorded that song. That was a song he wrote way before he even went on American Idol. And when we got off American Idol, we put that song up. We distributed it and everything. Awesome song. Got this band. We had the violins, the whole nine to redo the song. And American Idol made us take it down off of iTunes. Now they didn't want him, but they didn't want him to move forward in his career either. And so that was really just crazy. That was a crazy time in our lives, but we had to take it down.
Listen, Mom, I was talking to Eric the other day, and I'm like, if I literally sat down, you and I were talking about this too, if I sat down and really told my story and wrote my book the way everything happened, it would knock people's socks off because it's been so much I haven't been able to say. So to be able to truly tell everything that we went through,
that would be crazy.
You told your part of the story. Listen,
right.
Just
what they put me through, right? And I wasn't even on the show.
If you told you didn't sign no contract, but if you told your part of the story.
Yep.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So do you have any more words?
Ultimate.
Mom, why would you pick a song with the word ultimate?
Because
you sing ultimate. What song you
think? He made the ultimate sacrifice. He gave his life for me. I just made that up right off the top of my head.
You're making, okay. So with words and songs, we can come up with, okay, so this is a nice little twist to it. Okay. Give me another word.
How about world? Kendra said world.
We are the world. We are the children.
Now, see, I would have expected you to sing all around the world.
Oh, all around the
world.
I mean? It will be you. Because when you're on the spot,
you think the first thing that comes in your mind, right?
Yes. So, the next thing I want to talk about is Cat's Crochet. Those earrings that you have on. Let me tell y'all, first of all, I want this to be out for everybody to see. This is World Wide Web, so the whole world can see it. When will my custom piece be done?
I had to I knew that was coming. I have to reshape your sweater because you're not that size anymore. It took me so long to make it. You lost so much weight. You look so slim and trim now, and
Allegedly, it's alleged.
And so you told me to make it into a poncho, so that's what I'm gonna do now.
Okay, so everybody heard that. I just wanted it out there for everybody that my custom piece. So there'll be a show in December and January. I'll have this piece on. I just want y'all to know that. So tell them a little bit about the business. That business.
Okay. Cat's Crochet started because my daughter Kendra just asked me one day. She was like, "Mom, why didn't you never teach me how to crochet?" I was like, I never really thought about it, and I hadn't crocheted for a long time, and so I started teaching her how to crochet. And I just once I picked up the needle, it just kind of like took off. And one of the things that did happen was I don't like to make big projects. I need stuff to happen like right away. Like the big Afghans and all of that stuff wasn't my thing. So thanks, Edwina. I'm glad you love your sweater. And so what I did do was I found um, patterns to how to make earrings, and I loved it. And so then I started wearing them, and then people started asking me for them and stuff like that. And so just like my music did, it just took off as a business that way because I was singing and I would wear them when I would perform on stage and all of that kind of stuff. And
I said one business. This is the one
okay,
business.
all right, one business. And so then I started making infinity scarves and hats and sets to go with each other, and I would just give them away to people for Christmas gifts. But then when the earrings took off, it became a business. And so I actually crochet to relax. I do so many other things. Crocheting became the thing I could do. I have to sit still for a certain amount of time to get a project done. And so, Jermaine, turn your phone down a little bit. Is your phone up? Yeah. And so that's better. Yep. And so I actually do crochet because it relaxes me. And it started out as a hobby. So it really wasn't supposed to be a business, but God promises us multiple streams of income if we do what we're supposed to do. And so it just became a business. I have a website, I have a Facebook page, and Instagram. And some of you who follow me already see me posting stuff for the holidays. I don't like to say Black Friday because, I just don't like to do that. So I have a seasonal sale at the end of every year, this time of year. And so I usually try to run it the end of November, the first couple weeks of December, because if you order in time, you can still get things for Christmas gifts. And they make great Christmas gifts and Christmas presents. If you order earrings and stuff, like a bigger project, I can't do that quick.
And you do shipping and everything of that nature, correct?
I do. Yeah.
And if you have a custom piece or ideal you need, you can call her. She'll give you a consultation. If you have an outfit and you need a certain color or
I have
whatever the case, so it's not just pieces that are already.
Yep. This one lady wanted a vest and a skirt. Never did it before. She showed me this picture. And so that pattern I actually had to create. I couldn't find a pattern for what she wanted. I actually had to create that one. So I do have some earrings here I can show you. I have some. I tried to pick out a little bit of every style that I have available right now. So this is my this piece right here is like my I call this my mosaic teardrop. Can you see it? And it comes in multiple colors. I have it in solid colors as well. And this piece right here is my square, and this is my favorite earring now. I wear these all the time, and it's just the shape of it. And I usually put I have one that is my angel series. Let me get that tag out the way. See, the bead is a if you look at the bead, it's like an angel. It's like, oh, let me go this way. It's like an angel. See the bead? And then I have little I do hoops, not really, but I do crochet around hoops sometimes. I prefer to just crochet designs, whatever God gives me. And I just wanted to display that. And then I have my hooded cows, which is Jermaine. Look, I made Jermaine. I try to do something different every winter.
I wouldn't let nobody.
He wouldn't give nobody the information how to get a scarf. He has a black and white and gray one that blends together, and he wouldn't give nobody the let me do it this way, the information. And I was like, Jermaine, how am I supposed to make some money if you don't tell people where you got it from? He was like, can't nobody have one. Can't nobody have one. And so I did that.
But y'all can have them this year.
This year I have a wraparound scarf, and I'm not finished. I really need to finish it. It wraps around. It's the jumbo crunchy chunky material, but it wraps around your head twice. It probably sit up about like right here, and it comes down and it's long and it has pockets and it has fringes at the end. So I promise you, as soon as I finish one, I'll send Jermaine some pictures so he can post it on his show so you guys can see what it looks like. And then we have the other things I pulled out was the just the familiar infinity scarf. You know, you just wrap it around your head 1,000,001 times and keep you warm if you don't want to put on a sweater and you just run into the store or something. Not too bad cold outside. This is good for that. And so I do those types of things. Jermaine, I showed him my cubby hole, my yarn the other day. He was like, Mom, and then my daughter, she's like, you don't know what's in there. I know every color.
No, I said the same thing, sister.
When people place an order, I know exactly what I need to buy and what I don't. I just love crocheting. It's just something that it's just something that, what do you mean, Kendra? I don't know what you mean.
Put it in front of your face, Mom.
Oh, okay. Like this?
Yes.
Y'all can see it better?
Yes.
And it's long like that.
And it comes over your shoulders.
Yeah, you don't even need a sweater or nothing. This is like a hood. It's really long, and then it has a drawstring, so you can pull it tight. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's so warm. I tried it on when I was making it. I couldn't even sit with it on. It's so warm. It's very warm.
When I used to wear mine, and I would throw it on like on a nice fall day, not when it's too cold, but I would throw it on with a shirt on underneath with that just on top of my head, and it covers your shoulders to keep you warm up here with my little boots and my jeans and a little shirt underneath. And I used to run to the store, or I wore it all the time.
So yeah, I love to.
So where can they find any of the pieces that you make, and how can they get in touch with you for your pieces for this business?
Tia, that's not a bad idea. Tia said, do I make them with mask attachments? No, but I did make masks during for COVID and stuff. When it happened, I mailed some masks. I made a bunch of masks. I mailed them to like nursing homes, and this one of my friends, she collects them for veterans and stuff like that. I did sell some, but you can find me at Cat's Crochet everywhere. Like Cat's Crochet, that's the name of my business, on Facebook and Instagram. And my website is catscrochetonline.com. And so you can find me in those places. And if you know me, just text me or email me or whatever. If you have an idea, if you see something that you like, I'll be more than happy to make it for you.
And what I'll do is I'll post all her information. And also what I'll do this week is I'll be posting all the businesses that's been sponsoring my show so far, and I want to let y'all know I'm also grateful. I'll tell y'all who they all are again at the end of the show. They all are, again, my family, which I'm so grateful for. But moving forward, the next business I want you to talk about is, this one is so intense. No, maybe this one has to go towards the end. Talk about Katrice Cornett, the singer, the artist.
Okay, well, you guys heard Ordained, which we played during the commercial break. That song was the title song of my release that I did in 2015. I released a CD called Ordained, and that was actually my first CD where most of the songs were just me. When I first started the group in 1994, I think it was 1994, we were almost a whole ensemble. We had like at least four people in each voice section. So that's an ensemble, full band, horn section, drums, like 2 or 3 keyboard players at a time. And we actually traveled around with all those people. And so what happened was the audience and the congregation and the people who we would go see, they started asking us for our music. When my younger sister, Thilana, decided that she was ready to learn how to play the piano. We miss you too, Amy. I got to come get that grill. So.
No, 1 second. We were just singing. Hold on 1 second, Mom. Amy, I need you to make me some of that turkey bacon and you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, turkey bacon and asparagus. She makes something and she knows what I'm talking about. But go ahead, Mom.
And so what happened was after like a concert and all of those and that type of stuff, people started asking us where they could get our music. Because when Delana started playing the keyboard for us, it was like you know how when you just get in that right space that God needs you to be in, it's like the floodgates just open, and that's what happened. And I mean, song after song after song, we just started writing our own music. And of course, they couldn't find it anywhere, and we weren't into recording or anything like that. And so what happened was the congregation or wherever we were at a concert, school, high school, whatever, people would come up to us and say, you don't have a CD, where can we find your music? And it was absolutely nowhere. So after the concert, it was just over for them unless they recorded it themselves. And so my husband, John, he's from Ohio. So he grew up around that kind of stuff, like the OJs and, all of the Midnight Star. That was his world, backstage playing drums trying to hop on the drums and this and that or whatever, all of that Mighty Cloud of Joy. And that was like what he did in Cincinnati. And so like one of the, things that he was into. So he was like, we should just record. I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what that means. I was happy leading worship in church and singing on the choir. And at that time, I was like a huge choir director, like traveling around doing workshops with me and my dad and, all of those types. I was happy doing that. I thought that was what I was supposed to be doing. No clue about recording. So once we did that and I agreed to do it, he took care of everything. He did all the particulars. We released our first CD called Brand New Day in 1996. And then it just took off after that because I wasn't trying to have a group or be a recording artist.
And this is this season of Katrice Cornett, the singer. But Katrice Cornett, the singer, started from Katrice Carey. I want you to know that our family was founded on this. Like my grandfather and my grandmother met in music. So my mom and her sisters have a Christmas album out, the Carey sisters. They have a gospel inspirational project out. They perform together. They're worship leaders in their churches. So I wanted you to talk about that part, but I just wanted people to understand that like this is all where I come from, where she comes from, where we all come from. We're from this.
So that's true. I've been singing since I was 4. My father, he couldn't go anywhere without me. I was glued to his hip. Like if he was doing a concert, I was right there. Like it was how it was. My whole family, my aunts and uncles and them, they had a group called the C&Gs for Carrie and Gaskins. That's what their last names. I used to sit on the steps of my mom and dad's of our house when my mom and dad and them were having rehearsal downstairs, peeping through the railing, listening to them practice when I'm supposed to be in bed. Like that's how deep this is for me. That's how deep the roots go. Music is just what I was created to do. I am a worship leader at my church. I do now God has just expanded me to work with other artists. I've been an independent artist and really not interested in signing the label unless it's a distribution deal, because I believe that we are all unique to what God has called us to. And I don't even know if I could try to sound like someone else if they made me. And not that all labels do that, but I'm just not interested in that. With social media and the right backing, you can do it on your own and be an independent artist. And I totally support independent artists. I have a platform called Refreshing Cafe, and now it's called Up Close, where we host and give independent artists a platform, and we actually released our first compilation CD, which will be the first of many. Last year we were actually set to go on tour right before COVID happened, and then I mean we had churches lined up and everything. So it's just amazing, and I just love music, and I love God. I love singing His word. I tried doing the R&B thing.
That's why I put Bet You in there.
uh,
Bet you.
what you say, Jermaine?
Bet You by Golly Wow. That's why I put that in there. That's as close as I could get you.
I tried, but it just didn't, like, that just wasn't my thing. But I mean, I do to sing songs at request for weddings and stuff like that, but to actually do it for a living, that wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I am not opposed to that. I believe that God has I believe that God loves all music. He created music, period. I believe He loves all music. I'm actually teaching a songwriting class now that talks about Lucifer versus God. And I believe that God loves all music because he is the creator. And so He created it all. What happens is our intentions and our agenda is what makes music evil, not music itself. It's what we intend for it to mean and what we intend to do with it when we're writing it that makes it evil. And I believe that it's time for those of us who have a kingdom purpose to live that out in the industry.
And this is a lot of people, because I grew up in the church and my family is in the church, and a lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you sing gospel music? Why don't you sing?" I do sing gospel music. I love the Lord. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I love the Lord. If you follow my post, but I have a Peter spirit. Now, if you know anything about Peter, I have a Peter spirit. Peter will kill you, he'll cuss you, but he loved the Lord. Peter, he was a disciple, but he'll kill you and he cuss you. That don't have nothing to do with my love for the Lord. No, I'm joshing. But I believe that I have a light, that my light's supposed to shine out there. I mean, I've been in venues and in places where people have like said things to me like, "You don't belong here. Like, why are you here?" You know what I mean? So, and then that starts a conversation. If I'm sitting in the church and I continue to sing to Mother Ruth, the mother of the church who's been there for 100 years, I'm singing the same song to her. She already knows about it. She knows.
Hey, Jermaine, tell them about what happened to you that time you went to that venue and you weren't even supposed to sing, and you started singing and everybody came outside or whatever. Somebody asked you to sing something. I think, what did you sing? I forgot what song you said you sang. It was about a month ago. Might have been
I Won't Complain.
Yeah.
I was at it was a Black Expo, a food Black Expo, and I was there, and it was so many people. It was a lot of small businesses and things of that nature, and they found out who I was, and so I was there, and as I was coming outside, somebody asked me to sing a song, and I began to sing the first song that came to my mind, and that's how I know that it's in me. Like, it's nothing I can do about it. Even when I try to do something about it, it's just, if somebody asks me for advice, I'm probably going to tell you at some point, prayer is probably going to come into the conversation. Because at times when I didn't know what to do or where to turn, I know where to turn. But I started singing, and it just turned into a friend. I mean, it was cameras out everywhere. People were coming up, and it just turned into this whole thing over I Won't Complain. But it's because even in my experience on American Idol, I don't believe that I am the best singer in the world. I believe that my gifts will make room for me, and they have, and they will continue to. I just like to sing because God gave me this gift and I can share it with the world. That's all. And it comes with a whole lot too. It comes with a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't understand. The fame part about it that they can have, I don't want it. You can give me the money and keep the fame. I don't care if nobody knows who I am. If I can get that residual income, I don't care about people know who I am. I don't care about that part. Because people have known who I was, and you can Google me and I've been broke, homeless, and hungry. And you could go check on my Wikipedia page and Google and ask somebody about me. And so that doesn't matter to me. I've been to the mountain highs and the valley lows, but that'll all come out in the book, Memoirs of an Un-American Idol. Now back to you, Mom. Mom, beautiful. The next thing I wanted to talk about was HP Visual Connections, which is going to lead into the next thing I want to talk about.
Okay, HP Visual Connections was birthed because I needed a way to market our music. And so what I did was I gleaned from a good friend of mine who had already had an entertainment company. I was already in the graphic designing and stuff like that, but nowhere near what I do now, because God just grew my business to a whole nother thing. And so once that happened, once I started promoting us, I did my CD covers, I did our own business cards, I did all of that before all of this social media was out. We used to hand out postcards and flyers. I did all of that work. When people saw it, they asked me, who did your work? When I would say me, then of course now they want to know if I could do their business cards. So HP Visual Connections has been in existence since 2002. I am a full-fledged LLC, and that's where I make most of my money. Trust me, like what Jermaine said, y'all see us doing all of this kind of stuff. Music is not it right now, but it is about to be it. We'll tell you about that later. Hey, God is good. And so I do music because I was created for this. And I know that when I open my mouth, that people are healed, delivered, and saved and set free. I know that. And so that's why I sing, and that's why I do what I do musically. God downloads songs. He trusts me with his words. He trusts me with his heart. So I'm a writer. So anyway, back to HP Visual Connections. So HP Visual Connections, we design websites. We do graphic designing. We do social media, set up and design and maintenance and management and promotions and marketing. Actually, this whole program that you see right now is being produced backstage by my business for Jermaine, and I do that for other things, so other people as well. So that's what HP Visual Connections is. It's a website graphic design, and we specialize in artist development, and that's because publishing. Yes, I have a publishing company. So
one more thing, I can say that this is a branch of her business, but it's exclusively for her son. But she does do management as well, but she's not taking on any more clients.
Not right now. I have one client that I still manage, Katrice S. Utley, and then Jermaine, and that's it. I don't manage anyone else. I don't manage anyone else. I really didn't mean to be a manager, but
when I came home from American Idol,
I had no choice. I had no choice.
It got so crazy. Everything.
Yes, my sister Yvette, Destiny Speak LLC, is one of my major clients. She just doesn't like doing websites and all of that kind of stuff. She don't like it, and that's the kind of people I like, because that's what I do. So I manage her website, I do her maintenance, and all of those kind of things. She'll hit me up for different things so that she would need on those platforms, and I am so glad that she does that, and that she has a book out that she just released called Conquering Corporate Enemies, and that's through Diplomat Chronicles, and that's what I'm like, tons of stuff I do.
When I tell y'all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, and then we're going to come on and we're going to sing, "We are family like a giant tree," and I'm going to bring my aunts, and I'm gonna bring my family on for an episode, and I'm just gonna let y'all. And if they tell y'all about you want to tell them about the school, I'm telling you, school's involved. It's levels to this thing. It's so many levels to this thing.
Yeah, we just opened a school this year, Donald W.T. Carey School of the Creatives, in memory of my father. He was a retired school teacher, since passed, And my mom was retired from the educational system. I retired from the educational system in 2019. My sister Thilana is a teacher now. And my sister Donna was human resources in the educational system. And so
And
we,
Aunt Yvette is an educational, motivational speaker. She educates you even when you don't want to be
yeah, in the
educated.
business industry, that's true. And so, yeah, we just opened up a school. Actually, the songwriting class is coming through that platform, and we have a meeting actually on Monday. We're working on our the classes that we will be launching in January next week. So I'm excited about that. We bringing in instructors who are our cousins, my cousins, my daughter. All of them will be instructing classes, and you guys will be able. So it is definitely a family affair. So Jermaine is not lying. That is so true. But yeah, HP Visual Connections is and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because this is what I want you to take away about my business. I am the person who will not close the door in your face. How about that? Because I've had so many closed in my face and so many not opened, that I know God has purposed me for people like you. So if you're that person who, like, you got something, God gave you a vision, but you don't fit the industry standards, how about you belong to me and I belong to you? So I dare you to reach out to me and try me. I promise you, whatever God has in you, I will pull it out of you, because it's meant for the world. And industry has these standards, and I say it all the time, every chance I get, that wants to duplicate things. But God is a creator. The Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully, and some versions say uniquely made. We are individuals. We're not supposed to be carbon copies
Peculiar.
of each other.
Peculiar.
Yes, we are a peculiar people. We're not supposed to be carbon copies. And that's what the industry wants, so that they can control you. How about try HP Visual Connections and everything that Jermaine is doing right now? Get on board with this, because if you are an individual who has integrity and loves the Lord, and wants to do what you got to do, and you want to put your stuff out there, this is the platform for you. We will harness your gifts. We will wrap it up in the package that God says it's supposed to be in. And you can't lose that way. You just cannot lose. That's only a formula for winning. And that's all I got to say.
Okay, so go ahead, Mom. Okay, so I wanted you to talk about HP Visual Connection. So let me tell you, the reason why I wanted her to sing, the reason why I said forgiveness, is because she just released an original song called Perfect Forgiveness on MTR Sounds. Everybody give a shout out to MTR Sounds. Woo!
Yes, I'm excited.
All right. So that was the little applause thing that you have in the background for MTR Sounds. And the reason why I said chose Mary for one of her songs is because we just re-released Mary Did You Know on MTR Sounds as well. That's a song that we recorded. My mother and I did a duet, and my sister did vocals with us on that as well. Now, if anybody wants to know what MTR Sounds is a distribution label, a sub-distribution label through Sony Orchard. Sony Orchard is the independent part of Sony. So they have major artists signed to Sony Orchard. The platform and the access that we have through MTR Sounds now is everything that we've needed. The only piece that we needed to the puzzle to move this main train all the way to where we need to go. Like, it's no more stops along the way. We choo-choo. Everybody's already on board. So if you want to get on board, let us know. When we stop past your state, let us know. You can get on board. But we're moving. And so I said that to say this. On Monday, on tomorrow, MTR Sounds is putting together a package, and I'll give you updates about this package after this show. I'll post it on my personal page and on my fan page. We'll post it on my mother's page. This is for all independent artists, all artists. If you're interested in being an artist, if you're halfway an artist, if you're 75% an artist, allow HP Visual Connections and MTR Sounds to make you a full artist. As you see, we offer everything down from distribution and access to those labels to websites to social media to studio access to, I mean, whatever you would need moving forward, we have it. So if you're 30% there and you need, we have it. If you're 75% there, we have it. At this point, we have whatever you need to make you a full package. And at this point, moving forward, as an artist, it's not like back in the day where a lot of labels have artist development and they're investing in their artists for things of that nature and stuff like that, because they can just go on YouTube and find the next sensation, and they don't have to invest money or time or energy into an artist anymore. They don't have to. So they're looking for packaged artists. So even if you're looking for a deal, you still need to be packaged.
That's right.
Even if you're auditioning for a show, you still have to be packaged,
that's
because
right.
there are so many people in here that can, on my season, there were 100 people, 100,000 people that auditioned. I'm sure I'm not one of the only people that can sing, but the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, what you look like, what you wear, your brand is so important. I tell people this, and I learned it the hard way, but as an artist or as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you are your brand every day. When you wake up, you're your brand.
Yeah.
When you post, you're your brand. What you put on has to be conducive to your brand. What you say has to be conducive to your brand. So branding is one of the most, I mean, when I say branding is one of the most important parts of success, period, across the board.
Look at it this way. Music, I always think about things in the music way. People see you before they hear you. So a lot of times when you walk on a stage or when you walk into a building, if you walk in there like you all raggedy or you ain't got it going on, or you standing up there with a lack of confidence or whatever, you're not standing straight and tall like you know what you're about to do, they don't want, you've already lost them. You know, when you present yourself, you need to present yourself like you know what you're doing, whether you are sure of yourself or not. They see you before they hear you.
Quick example. When I went and auditioned for American Idol, one of the nicknames that I got was the Gentle Giant. That came from J-Lo. And the reason why I got that is because she asked, or the judges asked, how tall are you? I told them with confidence, I'm 6'8.5", and don't take away my half. It was that simple. But it was the way that I said that I am 6'8.5", and don't take, I could have said 6'8" or 6'9", and that would have been enough. But I'm exactly 6'8.5", and don't take away my half. And then she was like, oh, he's so gentle spirited. Oh, he's like a gentle giant. And that's where the name The Gentle Giant came from. But I'm just saying, like, people said to me, like, I've never went to a job interview and didn't get the job. Now, I could have applied online and not got, but I've never, when I went to Westminster Choir College in Princeton and I auditioned for the college, I got accepted on the day I went to audition. American Idol was the only people who told me no and no and no and no and no, but their no wasn't good enough for me because I knew that what I had was worth it, and they was going to tell me yes. I don't care. I would still be auditioning right now if they never told me yeah. Right now, I would still be auditioning right now because I believe that, and that's not the only platform. I was supposed to be on another show, The Voice, but it was called The One when I was in college before it was The Voice, but that show ended up going down. So that wasn't the only platform, but I just was not okay with them telling me no. Like, I was worth it. I knew that I was worth it. Like, so I wasn't okay with it.
And that's the thing that we want to bring back to the people who are independent artists. Jermaine and I have the same heart when it comes to that. You are worth it. Okay. If y'all don't do anything, you ain't got to buy the CD. You don't have to download it, but just stream. Go look up Refreshing Cafe Up Close, Volume 1. We released it in October of 2019. When I tell you that thing is hot from the beginning to the end, and there are people in there that you never even heard of before. And that's what I'm talking about. Those are people in there that sound better than people that you listen to every day on the radio. I am telling you that you are worth it. That's why you need to be with us. If you are independent artist, we're not going to tell you not. What I will tell you is what you need to do to make yourself better. But I will never tell you that you don't have a gift unless you come in here sounding just really like you just can't not sing. Because if you make it this far, if you get to me, that means that your determination, there's something there. There is something there to work with. Don't take no for an answer. Stop taking no for an answer, because that's just not the last stop.
It is not. And I'm going to tell you something. Even after, we're going to get into that later on in the season, or in this series, I should say. But I'm going to have a moment with you guys where I talk about my whole experience. But I do need to talk with a few other people to make sure on the legal end of things and things of that nature. But I am going to sit down and have a very transparent conversation with you guys about that experience. But it was a lot that went on in that experience. And after that, I was defeated, because when I came home, I thought I was okay. But the reality of the situation is I did not know that I was not okay till I was okay again. And, you know, everything that was going on with the news and the people and everybody talking about you and the bloggers, and the first thing you do when you see Google is your picture, and people making all these accusations about you who know nothing about you after all of this stuff is going on. How do you come back from that? Like, that is a very, very difficult. Like, I think I had PTSD from being a performer in music altogether. I'm serious.
I know that's right.
I really think I had, like, you know, so a lot of people like, you know, why don't you sing? I do sing when I feel like it anymore. Because for one point, it stopped being.
I wouldn't let him quit. Because I was his manager, I kept taking gigs, because when we left American Idol, the question that bothered me was, when, I ain't gonna say who said it, but when they asked me, so what is he going to do now? I was like, my head almost spun around in a circle. I was like, what are you talking about?
And I was hiding behind her, like,
what he was doing before he got on this show. Like, y'all didn't make him. He was already a star. Before he got here, he was already singing all over South Jersey, all over the East Coast. He was already doing that. So what do you mean? What is he going to do? He's going to keep doing. That's exactly what I said. What he was doing before he got here. So I wouldn't let him quit. And so we just kept taking gigs. We made our own concerts. We made our own venues. We packaged him. We branded him. And we just kept it moving forward. We got a lawyer, and we did what was needed to do to keep it moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go look up Jermaine from high school and see him singing in colleges, in the
middle school,
all of that kind of stuff, all over the place. So you didn't make him. This was just an opportunity that he sought out. He sought you out. How about that? And so I wouldn't let him quit. And that's why, and we, thank you, Kendra. I got to put this up there. We was the team.
Listen, the A team.
When I tell you, it was the A team, period. We had people making up T-shirts. We had it going on. I mean, and just because we weren't like national on the TV or whatever, doesn't mean that he wasn't doing anything. Like, he was moving. He was shaking and moving, as they say, you know. And so I'm telling you, if you want to be with a team that understands, the way they say it in the industry, has skin in the game, you need to come with us, because we've been there, we've been high, we've been low.
And that's the thing.
On stage, yeah.
The quality thing that I think we offer is that we are so multifaceted in the industry. Like, it's from different genres of music, from small stages to big stages, from the Waco Wells Fargo Center, where we couldn't even walk, where the people were chasing us and we were running like Michael Jackson. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah. And we had your brother there, Joel. Y'all don't know Joel, but
I was scared.
Joel was main security, and Joel burrowed through that crowd to get us out of that Wells. We can tell y'all some stories, Jermaine. We gotta come together in the same room and do that when we do that show. Get the whole team in there
Yeah,
and
and
tell stories about that. That was
because Mom, we was when that while Kobe said, and I mean the whole people, and I'm thinking like they're going if they get on top of us, we're done. We are done. They're gonna trample us. Here. Well, how many autographs y'all want? Here, pictures. Here, take it. Take it.
Yep.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yep.
So, what else did I want to ask you, Mom? See, now you were nervous. There was no need to be nervous.
I'm always nervous when I do
But
these
I told
things.
you I'm your son.
I want to do well.
You did a beautiful job. I love you so
Thank
much, beautiful.
you. I love you too.
Is there anything else you want to let? I just want to let the people know. Keep a lookout for the MTR Sounds Cyber Monday sale for artists. If you know an independent artist, I'm going to be posting all that on all social media platforms. I'll be sending everybody a request from the MTR Sounds Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Google, all of that. Oh, thank you. So I'll be posting all that information. I'll be posting my mom's businesses. I'll be posting all the sponsors that have been sponsoring us so far. I definitely want to give them a shout out again. I want to first thank my sister, who has been my stylist for so long.
She styles me too, y'all. She
background
styles us
singer,
all.
stylist, makeup artist.
Yes.
I mean,
oh wait, let me tell a funny. Can I tell a funny story about Kendra? I had to go to a wedding in North Carolina, and I don't do my makeup when I go to places like that. I go over Kendra's house. I don't care if it's early in the morning, so she can fix my face because I don't really wear makeup. And so she did this whole video for me on how to do my eyebrows. You should have seen me in the hotel room, Kendra taking pictures. Is this right? Sending her pictures of my eyebrows because she couldn't come. She wasn't coming with me.
Right.
And yeah, that was so funny. I thought that was so funny. But go ahead.
Yes. So again, check her out. Kendra Jones, K Vision. Please check her out. Lady Ray, I'm gonna tell you, her desserts are something. Her Mary Kay. Check her out for Mary Kay. Check her out for her desserts. Lady Ray's Cuisine. I'm gonna tell you. We told you about my mom, Katrice Cornett, Catch Crochet, and HP Visual Connections, and NTR Sounds, and the GOAT. Okay, she is the GOAT. I'm gonna tell you, whatever you need, she got it. Whatever you need, and if she don't got it, she can get it for you. And if she can't get it for you, she can find out, or she's going to find. One time I needed this track, and I needed it lower because I have a lower voice, and I needed this track lower, and I couldn't find it nowhere. I look high and low, and then I hit her up. I'm like, Mom, this is what I need. Here she comes with the track and stuff. But I won't tell you how I got it because then you won't need it. But listen, she'll tell me everything else. Oh, yeah, this is how you set this up. Yeah, if you got to type this up and all that type of stuff. She'll tell me how to do that. But she won't tell me how to get the instrumental. That lady is funny. So my mom, Chef Tia, y'all, listen. I seen these stuffed shrimp that she made on Thanksgiving, and my God, today. Check her out. Some of her pictures are dope, but the taste and the flavor of her food is so amazing.
Tonight when I went over there to get my mac and cheese from Kendra for Thanksgiving, I grabbed some of Tia's jerk sauce and I put it on some short ribs tonight.
Oh, was it a ministry? Oh, blessed be the name. Ooh.
That's all I got to say. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I didn't ask you about the shrimp. I just said they looked amazing. Also, check out Chef Tia if you don't have time to cook. If you're older and you need assistance she does meal prep. She does all of that. She's the plug in the kitchen. Her flavors, I'm gonna tell you, the flavoring that she does, that seasoning them sauces are something different. Now, the next person I'm going to talk about is Rob Schwartz. Listen, he is
the man.
Yo, Rob Schwartz from Humag Distribution, Humag Video, Humag Sony Orchard, Sony Glue. I mean, like, Rob is when I say he is the man, I am so grateful for Rob Schwartz. We judged the singing competition, and I'm not going to say the name of it because they didn't pay. So we did a singing competition together. I am joking. We did a singing competition together called Spotlight Under the L. And I met Rob, and then we did the finale in New York, and we hung out some more. And then we started talking, and then I went to his office, and we had a meeting, and we talked. And my mother and I had a meeting with him the other day, and my mom was in the meeting like, this can't be, because when you've been in this industry so long, there are so many people that blow smoke up, not the chimney either. There are so many people. There are so many people that. But only reason I didn't say it is because if you wasn't on here, I would apologize to you later, and I would have said it. But there are so many people that do that. There are so many people that are backbiting. There are so many people that are trying to hurt you. There are so many people that are trying to knock you down and tear you down. And there's enough money and there are enough stages for everybody who wants to do music to do it. There's so many platforms. There's enough money for us all to make some, for us all to make money. So what Rob did and the way that he's opened his door to us and been a mentor to us and has been really guiding us and advising us on, how we're moving forward and things of that nature. I really want to give a huge thank you to Rob Schwartz from Humag Distribution, which is also a part of Sony Orchard. Grateful for him. So, in closing, I am grateful to all of you, everybody who sees this, who shares this, who comments, who likes it. This platform started so weirdly. I went live randomly one Monday and I started bringing independent artists on. We were singing and the video got thousands and thousands of views. Then I never did it again. And everybody's like, why don't you go to our other tribe? So then I joined this internet radio station and it just wasn't the thing for me. So what I did was I moved forward and it grew into this platform because stuff will happen and people are in my inbox and I'm like, what do you think about this? What do you have to say about this? And I'm like, why do you care? But heart. I don't know if you can see it. Does it look like a heart? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where we are. So it's very interactive. I want you guys to write your comments. I always go back and look. I'll comment underneath. But stay tuned because I only get you for Sundays. So when there are current events and things happening throughout the week, I will do a little post or a little live because there are other things that happen that I wanted to talk about. But when the thing happened with Mr. Walls, and that was breaking news last night, there was no way I couldn't talk about that. And then I wanted to speak about the book with Mariah. So I already had my show planned out for you guys, but then I had to curve some other things to throw Mr. Walls in there. So I thank you for tuning in to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. When I get to the studio, this is how it's supposed to go. Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. I'm enjoying my Sunday. I hope you all are enjoying yours. That's how it's really going to go when I get it together for y'all. But right now, this is how y'all got it. But again, I love you. Love yourself. Mom, thank you so much for coming on.
I love you.
I love you. You guys stay tuned to the guests for next week. I'm in between who I'm going to have on next week. That's why you don't know this week who's coming next week. But we will be having, not next week, I apologize. We'll be doing a recap and an update next week. I'll be coming with my current events and then I'll have my special guest the following week. So again, stay tuned to the pages. I'm posting all the links from all of my sponsors, from all of my mother's businesses, which is my sponsor. And stay tuned to MTR Sounds and look out for the Cyber Monday sale that will be posting at 12 a.m. this morning. I love you.